Okay, time for another review. This time it's my new Ibanez Archtop AF84e. Bought this just last weekend in Austin for $350. Get a close-up of it here, and minus the reflection in the window. You see it's very nice. The detailing on it is pretty plain. It's just chrome. You have a rosewood bridge here. It's a floating bridge. You take the strings out, this will fall right off. The pots and everything seem to be just fairly standard. Nothing really exciting. There is a little bit of a buzz to this one here. I'm gonna have to fix that. But you see, it has like just a very delicate burst finish to it, and it comes out of this kind of tobacco cherry kind of color here. And I've got the color enhancement turned down a little bit on the monitor, so you can't really see it all that well. It's a little bit more reddish than what it is coming out on the camera here. F-holes. It's got the floating pick guard. One little small pickup which floats above the body. It's actually connected to the neck. One little blemish here where someone had dropped it or whatever the deal was. On the sides, just regular white binding. There is some light figuring to it. Not a great deal. The back, however, you see there is some very nice figuring on the back. As far as figuring goes, to me this is really nice. It's very subtle. It's delicate. It kind of fades in and out in spots. It's a very natural looking, unlike some of the really high-end expensive bodies and Gibsons you can get, where everything is just right in your face. There's so much figuring. But this is actually quite nice. It's like I say, it's very delicate, and it's there. The body on this here is mahogany, and I don't know if this is a flamed mahogany on the back or if it's a flamed maple. It looks like it's a flamed mahogany, and that's probably why you see it's a little bit inconsistent in spots and stuff like that, because flame mahogany is very, very hard to find. Unlike flame maple, which is hard to find in its own right, but flame mahogany is very difficult to find indeed. It's got a three-piece neck on it here. It looks like it's probably a mahogany with a maybe a maple strip going up through the center. It's hard to say. And it's difficult to see. You can see just a very slight distinction between the colors here. The headstock on the back, it's nothing spectacular. Tuning keys seem to work well. The nut didn't require any work yet, but like everything, I will get in there and I will work on it. Very nice. Inlays on the fingerboard here. You've got your abalone shell wrapped in a very small border of mother of pearl. And that's about it. Otherwise, it's somewhat plain. When you're looking at it, it's not really anything that stands out in the spectacular. However, it is almost 10 years old. It's a limited edition which they discontinued back in '06. I bought it. Basically, I swapped the strings out. I adjusted the bridge here a little bit. I adjusted the neck to straighten the neck, and that's about it. I didn't do anything more than that to it. For $350 with the hard shell case, which I should have brought it here so I can see it, but you know, like all my other videos, it's just something that I always forget. So that's pretty much it for the guitar. Other than one little bump, not even much for scratches, that sort of stuff on it. So I'm going to plug it in and let you hear what it sounds like. It's going to be going into the Fender here at some point. I'm going to do a review on this later. This is a Fender Twin 65 reissue with, and what I love the most, a 15-inch speaker. Not 10s, not 12s. It'll give you a little tinny sound. It's got one 15-inch speaker. But anyway, I digress. I'll get back to that later. So it's going to be going from here, going to be going into a compressor, an EQ. I've got an old-time Ibanez TS9 here. It's got, from there it goes into a Seymour Duncan twin tube, which has got 2 gain settings on it. No, I don't run the TS9 and the twin tube at the same time. Basically what I've got done here is I've got it set up that there's 3 different types of overdrive going on here. Most of the time I don't have the TS9 in the signal chain because it's not a true bypass. So if you're not using it, you're going to lose some signal in there. But I just got it in here now for shits and giggles. Go into a loop man here. Looper. Come on, Looper. Oh yeah, because it's not plugged in. We're going into the looper here, which I should have. Okay, so we're going to start off with the compressor. Everything's going to be off here. And the twin, basically I got the reverb off, the vibrato off, I got a bass at 5, I got the middle on 1, the treble is on 4, the volume's on 7. And yeah, I like to have the volume really, really high. That's where your sound comes from. So I'll turn the volume way up on the amp and turn the volume down low on the guitar. Get the amp working, get the tubes working, get everything working the way it's supposed to so that the amp is producing the sound properly that the guitar is giving it. Other than that, it's actually a really low output guitar. If I was to plug any of my other ones in and have it at like 7, it would be really, really loud. But that's it, that's on 7 right now. From the amp, it's going to a Shure 57, and up here where you can't see it, I've got a Rode M3 on a boom mic, so it's just projecting throughout the room. So even with, it might sound like there's a little bit of reverb. That's not. That's just the 2 mics working in conjunction to make it sound like there's a little bit of reverb. But this here right now is dry. There's not any effects to it at all. If I turn this one off here.